Here we go.
Money, money, making crap for money, money, and money, money, making crap for money, money, yeah 让他们都在说有钱才能做自我，加入消费主义。
What is up, babies? Welcome back. This is Something to Bitch About. I am your host, Koki. When we talk about all the what the fucks in current society, whether it be TV, news, everyday but every bullshit, stupid motherfucker that you gotta deal with around the corner or in a grocery store or at the gas station or where the fuck ever. Who knows and who cares? Before we get started, happy Halloween. It's spoopy season, y'all. So I hope y'all get out there and get some good ass candy. I can't eat that much because I'm trying to lose weight, but I want y'all to eat candy for me because I have to live through you. So hopefully, we all come up basis. Now, this week, I was sitting at home and I kept hearing about this one documentary, and everybody was like, "You got to see it! Oh my god, have you seen it? Oh man, I just watched it and it was nuts." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you people talking about?" Apparently, it's called The Perfect Neighbor, and it's on Netflix. It's a documentary talking about how this one lady moves to this neighborhood in Florida, and she's just an absolute fucking nightmare. Now, I thought, I kind of figured with the name The Perfect Neighbor, it'd be like a sarcastic title. And I'm thinking to myself, this bitch is probably like absolute douche canoe. But I was nowhere near on the mark of how bad this bitch was. So the documentary starts out, and it's like the cops pulling up to a neighborhood, and then they're like speeding in. It's just the nighttime, and the lights and sirens are going. And it's like she's over here, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they lead in with that. So you're like, what the fuck? Then they take you back about a fucking year and a half to where they pull up to the same neighborhood in like the middle of the afternoon, and the cops walking up to one of the ladies and or like a bunch of kids, and like he's asking like, what's going on, what's happening? And it's like this lady was yelling at us and threatening to hit us and calling us the N word and calling us jackass. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And then come to find out that it was they called her the Karen, which is fucking hilarious. But these neighborhood kids playing in the neighborhood, like since the beginning of fucking time, that's what neighborhood kids do. They play in the neighborhood. I would rather them do that than out doing drugs and making babies and all other crap because we don't need more babies. Who the fuck wants that? So the lady calls the cops on the kids because she's saying that they're getting too close to her house, and uh, she's like, they're getting too close to my house, and they're too loud, and they're disrespectful, and they're rude, and you know, she's telling the cops, I just moved here, so I don't want the kids like disrespecting me and this, that, and the other. And it's like, what? So they go and talk to some of the moms. And there's one lady in particular. I don't know her name, but she was of the vanilla flavor. I think she was a copper top. I think she was a legend. Who knows? But like she's talking to the cop and she's telling them like this lady's out here yelling at the kids and talking crazy to them and this, that, and the other. And then the cop was like, "Well, which one is your kids?" And then she's like one of the few white people in the neighborhood. I think she's the only white lady in the neighborhood. And I was like her and maybe one or two others. And so the cop asked her like, "Which kid is yours?" And she's like, "They are my kids. They all our kids." It's like, you know what, lady, you secured your seat at the goddamn cookout because that's how it's supposed to be. Neighborhood kids belong to everybody. The one fuck up, whether he your blood or not, you whoop his little ass, and then send him home and tell his parents or her parents what the hell they did, so the parents can whoop the said ass. That's how it's supposed to be. And so I forget the lady's name. I think it's Lauren or Susan or whatever. Anyway, they called her the Karen because that's exactly what the fuck she was. So, like they're talking to the cops, and she's like, "I can't believe that these kids are acting like this, and they're rude, and they uh they keep making all of this noise." And I'm like, just goddamn it, they're kids being kids. Leave them alone. They're playing football, and then I guess one of the kids was playing with it. Like eventually, over time, it keeps getting more and more deliberate and gradual because the kids are outside playing, and then she'll make it a point to come outside and talk shit to the kids. Don't get too close to my house. This, that, and the other. She's telling the cops, "Well, I pay rent here, and this, that, and the other." I'm like, well, we get that you pay rent. She's like, I pay rent. I just want to enjoy the quiet. I want to enjoy my house. And I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it's neighborhood kids. You don't own the fucking grassy area where they play. That's like that's the one, that's the landlord's property, not yours. Two, where they're playing is even nowhere near your house, but you kept making it a point to come out and harass these fucking kids, like 11, 12, 10. I think one was like as young as 7 or 8, and she's out there dropping N bombs on them and calling them jackass. And she took one of the kids' tablets. I mean, this is where shit gets real, because over the, I want to say about 7 months, it's the same smell. Kids come out to play. She comes out and causes some bullshit. Kids get sick of her shit. She calls the cops, and she's like, "Kids are disrespecting me. Kids are being loud and inconsiderate. Kids are getting too close to my house. Kids were on my property. Kids were blah 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 blah." Basically, being kids. I mean, just leave them the fuck alone, lady. But she couldn't do that. Like every chance she got, she just had to insert herself. So one of the little kids was playing with his tablet, and I guess he was too close to Karen's back porch. So she comes out and talks shit to him, and he's like, "I'm sick of you. Shut up. Don't talk to me." Blah 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 blah. She takes the little kid's tablet and goes inside with it. Now, the fucked up part comes to where, I don't know if you listeners out there in radio land or podcast land, if you had a mom that like actually gave a shit about you when you were small. But when I was growing up, I can't say mine, but other people's moms who like were actually there and actually gave a shit. Like if somebody took something that the mom paid for, even if she didn't pay for it, god damn it, you didn't pay for it, so don't fucking touch it. So she had to come out there and regulate. She was knocking on the door. "Hey, bitch, where's my kid's tablet?" Blah, 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 doing the typical mama bear spiel. "You took my kid's shit, give it back." So she's knocking on the door, and Karen's not answering the door. And she's like, the knocks are getting louder and louder because she's getting irritated because, bitch, you didn't pay for that. Give my kid back his shit. And so Karen, what the fuck is her name? I think her name is Susan, but we're gonna keep calling her Karen because that's it. Like I said, it fits. And I don't know anybody named Susan or anybody who would like actually want to admit that their name is Susan. If your name is Susan out there, then hey, more power to you. But if you're this particular Susan, you can go eat a dick. So Mama Bear is constantly knocking on the door, and it's getting louder and louder and more aggressive. Susan, aka Karen, we're gonna keep calling her that. She claims, "Oh, I was scared for my life." So what she does is, instead of answering the door, pow, she lets off some gunshots through the door because, quote unquote, "I was afraid for my life because she kept pounding on my door and I didn't know what to do. I was having an anxiety attack and I didn't know what she was gonna do to me. Oh my god!" Fucking crocodile tears. The bitch she was racist. She was an asshole. She thought she could show up and like rule the neighborhood. Like, "Oh, don't come to my space. This is my house." Like, bitch, you pay rent. You don't own the entire little area where the kids play. Shut the fuck up. So she shoots through the door and then ends up shooting Mama Bear. I don't know the mom's name, but she shot the mom through the door. Mom hits the ground. The son runs to the neighbor's house and he's like, "Oh my God, call the cops. She shot my mom." Cops show up. Now, the beginning of the documentary, when the cops show up and they're like, "She's over here. She's on the ground." You're like, holy shit. Now we're back to what we started. So, mom's on the ground. She's bleeding out, faint heartbeat. They're telling the cops that she shot my mom and this, that, and the other. The cops go over to her house. And she's like, "Oh, well, can I get dressed because I'm in a towel?" And they're like, "No, bitch, you going to jail. What the fuck?" So her main concern is not the fact that she just shot this lady and she's on the ground and could possibly die. She's like, "Oh well, can I close my at least close my door? I want my cats to get out." She's more concerned about her fucking cats running out than the fact that she just possibly almost killed somebody. That was her main fucking concern. Her shitty booty ass cats. Her mangy motherfucking felines. Bitch, get real. So again, they told like she knows she shot the lady, and she's like, "Oh, well, I was like I said, I was afraid. I was scared for my life. I didn't know what else to do." And she's showing no fucking remorse whatsoever. Like she doesn't give a fuck about what she just did. The cops take her in before they put her in the back of the car, and then come to find out, Mama Bear didn't make it. Like she died before. I guess she died on her way to the hospital. So they called the dad. He comes and they had to tell him the shitty news. And then he had to tell his kids the shitty news. And like the whole fucking neighborhood's distraught. And Karen's in the back of the car. She's like, fuck, shit. Yeah. Like she could give a shit less. They take this goofy bitch downtown and they tell her, "Hey, the bitch that you shot, she didn't make it." She's like, "Oh my God." She's hell bent on thinking that she still has control of the situation because the cops are telling her, "Look, the lady you shot didn't make it, so you're going to jail." She's like, "No." And the cops are like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "No, I can't do this. I just want to go home." And he's, "No, bitch, you're going to jail." She's like, "No, I'm not doing that. I can't do that." Like, what the? And they're sitting there like pleading with the look, "Lady, you can either come the easy way or the hard way, but you're going to jail." And she's like, "No, no, I'm not. No." They sat there for about I don't know how long in real time. They talked to this lady about her taking her stinking ass to jail, but in the documentary, it was about a good between 3 to 5 minutes on camera. But again, real time, it could have been 15 to 20 minutes. Who knows? So they're telling her you're going to jail. She's like, "No, I can't do this. I no, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I'm stressed out. I can't go to. I'm not going to jail. You're not taking me. You can't make me go." And the cops was like, "Yes, we can," but they're not doing shit to her. Now, if not to be that guy, but hear me out. If she was a POC and they said you're going to jail, and she said no, more than twice, they would have jumped on her ass so fast, probably dislocated her fucking shoulder, trying to put her hands behind her back and not giving a shit. And they would have just took her to the hospital, let her heal up, and then still take her to fuck to jail. Guaranteed goddamn T, that's what would have happened. But that's not what happened. They sat there and talked this bitch through her panic attack that she quote unquote had. I was like, what the that right there was like the second most annoying fucking part, or the second most pissed me off part of the documentary. The first part was when she shot the lady and didn't give a fuck. All she cared about was her stupid ass cats. I was like, "You dirty bitch, you stinking ass heifer. Fuck your cats. Fuck your face and everything inside your face." I said what I said. But then the second part was these motherfuckers is just, "You're going to jail." No. Yes. I'm not going to jail. Yes, you are. No, I'm not doing it. You can't make me. Yes, we can. Well, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going. You can't make me go to jail. Yes, we can, and you're going to jail. Like, don't talk to this bitch because apparently she thinks she has control of the situation, and she thinks that she can manipulate and like, oh no, no, don't touch me. Oh my god, don't touch me. Like, bitch, all right, you what? You told me no how many times? Watch this shit. And then I would have gave that bitch, I would have put that hole in the Cobra clutch. Guess the fuck what? After you pass the fuck out, slapping these cuffs on your fat ass, and when you wake the fuck up, you're gonna get up and you're either gonna walk to the fucking car or your ass is going night night yet again. But that's why I'm not a cop. Because you know what I'm saying? That's another story for another episode. God damn it. But yeah, she's like they told and one of the cops walks in and he's got like a notepad and a pen and he's like, if you want, you can write an apology letter for this is before they told her that the mom died. It's like you can go in and tell them that, you can write an apology letter for saying sorry for shooting the mom. And then she's like, yeah, okay. She just like throws the pad down because she had no intention on doing that shit. And then after they told her she was going to jail because the mom died, she has a fucking meltdown. And then she writes her little generic bullshit ass apology. It's like, I'm sorry for shooting your mom. I was afraid for my life, and I didn't know what she was gonna like. Even her last motherfucking hurrah, all she had to do was like, "I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for how this turned out, and I wish I could take it back." Blah 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 blah. But no, this bitch stood on Karen business. I was afraid for my life because she kept pounding on my door. I didn't know what to do, so I just shot through the door. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit, like at all. Motherfucker, you're a murderer, whether it was intentional or not. But by watching the video, it was. If you watch the documentary, you can tell it was fucking intentional because she had a problem with all the little Negroid kids in the neighborhood. She had that whole superiority complex, like she felt she was better than everyone else in the neighborhood. Those people who they don't come out and say I'm better than you and you know it, but the shit that they do and say and how they carry themselves, you can if you can pick up on context clues, most people can't. Then you would see what I'm talking about. So she kills the mom. She goes to jail. She has no fucking remorse whatsoever. And then after she goes to jail, she's still trying to appeal and fight it. Like it was done. It was done as done. Like you took a fucking life. Could it have been avoided? Absolutely. Now I know there'll be some people out there who's like, well, the lady shouldn't have went pounding on the door. She should have, she shouldn't have went banging on the door like she was. But at the same time, if you're in mama bear mode, bitch, all bets are off. You don't talk to my kids the fucking way you talk to my kids. Don't threaten my fucking kids like you've been doing. Don't take my kids shit. Don't give my kids shit. And by give them, I mean like metaphorically, not like physically giving them stuff. Like this whole fucking situation was just off the rails. And as time went on, it just got worse and worse. And it came to a head with her shooting this dude's mom and killing her. And she basically didn't. She cared about her fucking cats more. So that just I want to. I would kick her right in the dick, right in the motherfucking dick. But anyway, like people are saying that the stand your ground law is it can be weaponized this way because she was protecting her property from said mom banging on her door, but at the same time, it's fucking Florida. It's Florida, so it's a fucked up super shit. It was fucked up from the get go because it took place in Florida. That's my stance on it. Take with that. Take that how you want to. I mean, I'm not saying that it's Florida's a bad place, but I'm not saying it's a good place. If you get what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, this lady just it was just fucked up all the way around. But again, you have to watch it to get like the full experience. You have the full like what the fuckness. So with that being said, go to Netflix, watch The Perfect Neighbor. If you want, please, motherfuckers, people, friends, my home dogs, my road dogs. go watch it, come back, leave some comments. We'll talk about it. We'll shoot the shit. Like, leave your take on how you think it should have went down, if it could have went down a different way, whatever. Just come back, baby. Just like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell motherfuckers that you're going trick or treating with, or just just tell your cat, tell your dogs, tell somebody. Let's get this rig out. Let's get this rig rolling, baby. Let's get the shit off the ground. Yeah, love you. Bye.